Kristin Cavallari spills on Glen Powell encounter and revisits her star-studded dating past. Unleashed Hollywood News, June 5, 2025. Kristin Cavallari had fans buzzing during the June 4th premiere of E!'s Honestly Cavallari, the headline tour, when her best friend and co-host Justin Anderson outed her for a steamy, but not too steamy, encounter with Top Gun, Maverick star Glen Powell. During her Let's Be Honest podcast tour stop in Atlanta, Kristin opened the floor to questions from her enthusiastic audience. Naturally, one fan asked about her love life post-divorce from NFL quarterback Jay Cutler, with whom she shares 3 children: Camden, 12, Jackson, 10, and Sailor, 9. The Laguna Beach alum gave a heartfelt response, explaining, "It's been a lot with my kids in the last year. I now have them a lot more than I did, so dating hasn't been the priority." She added with a laugh, "In 9 years when my kids are off at college, I'm gonna be all over the world with all the guys doing all the things." But before she could finish, Justin jumped in with a bombshell, revealing that Kristin had recently gone on a date with none other than Glen Powell. "She's gonna be so mad at me," Justin teased the crowd, grinning. "But she went on a date with Glen Powell. Top Gun bitch." A shocked and blushing Kristin simply yelled, "Justin." As if that wasn't enough, the show then flashed back to a moment where the two besties recounted the night in more detail. They explained that the meetup happened while vacationing in Greece. "We were partying in Greece and then Glen just came up," Justin started, only to be interrupted by Kristin. "Literally ran into me," Justin went on, "and then you guys had a really fun night together." Kristin quickly clarified, "I never F-cat him. I'm just putting that out there." With a cheeky grin, Justin added, "You guys dry humped though," and Kristin laughed, confirming, "Yeah, we did." Back on stage, Kristin reassured her audience that the story wasn't meant to go public. "Okay, I have to go on record. When this comes out, I had nothing to F-king do with it," she said, half joking, half exasperated. Kristin's candid revelations are just the latest chapter in her headline-making love life. From high school sweethearts to A-list flings, she's had her fair share of romance and drama since her days on Laguna Beach. Let's take a stroll down memory lane with some of her most notable relationships. Stephen Colletti. Kristin and Stephen's high school romance became the heart of Laguna Beach, forming a dramatic love triangle with Lauren Conrad. Kristin wrote in her memoir Balancing in Heels that their love was intense and the most important thing in my life. Though they ultimately split, the two have remained on good terms. Talon Torriero. Kristin also had an on and off relationship with fellow Laguna Beach star Talon Torriero. In a 2022 interview, Talon confirmed that hookups and relationships were happening behind the scenes even before the show aired, and Kristin was a key part of that. Matt Leinart. Kristin briefly dated USC football star Matt Leinart after her breakup with Stephen. Their relationship didn't last long, and though they were seen together again in 2008, nothing came of it. Brody Jenner. Kristin and Brody dated for about a year when she was 18. Later, their romance was reignited for the Hills, though it was all for show. Kristin later admitted their on-screen chemistry was scripted and that they were already broken up. Nick Lachey. After Nick's divorce from Jessica Simpson, he was linked to Kristin in 2006. She denied the relationship at the time, but later reflected on how intense the media attention was. "It was a wild ride," she recalled in a 2024 podcast. Nick Zano. Kristin had a serious relationship with actor Nick Zano in the late 2000s. She even got his initials tattooed on her wrist. After they broke up in 2007, she had the tattoo removed. Miguel Medina. During her time on The Hills, Kristin secretly dated MTV cameraman Miguel Medina. The romance stayed under wraps until paparazzi caught them at the airport. "That's how we got caught," Kristin said in a very Cavallari episode. Jay Cutler. Arguably her most high-profile relationship, Kristin married NFL quarterback Jay Cutler in 2013 after a brief breakup. They had 3 kids together and divorced in 2020. Kristin has since described the split as the scariest thing I've ever done, but also the best thing. Jeff Dye. Following her divorce, Kristin had a brief fling with comedian Jeff Dye. He later claimed on a podcast that they didn't seriously date, saying she treated him like a little puppy. Chase Rice. In 2021, Kristin dated country singer Chase Rice. Their romance was short-lived, and Kristin later clarified on Instagram that she was single again. Morgan Wallen. Kristin didn't hold back when discussing her hookup with country star Morgan Wallen on a December 2024 podcast episode. "He's a great fuck buddy," she said, also calling him a true gentleman on their first date. Mark Estes. In early 2024, Kristin dated TikTok star Mark Estes. calling him the best boyfriend she ever had. But the 13-year age gap proved too much. "He needs to experience life," she said after their October breakup. Nate Thompson. In April 2025, Kristin confirmed she had dated retired NHL player Nate Thompson. She praised him as someone who had done a lot of work on himself, and said their connection was deep. Nate echoed her sentiments on his own podcast, though the relationship ultimately didn't work out. Now 38, Kristin remains refreshingly open about her love life, past mistakes, and future hopes. Whether dry-humping Glen Powell or reflecting on a deeper connection with an ex, Cavallari continues to keep it real, on stage, on screen, and on her podcast.